More than any other time in recent memory, our gathering this year comes at a crucial time of potential and challenge for Indonesia and for the world. It's a little-known fact, maybe the people here know more than the average American, but it's still a little-known fact that Indonesia's recent economic performance amidst the global economic troubles has been quite remarkable. Indonesia has recently been posting a projected 5% GDP growth rate for the whole of 2022. It's 5.3 currently. And this compares to 3% globally and 1.5% for the US. So those of us who have old memories of Indonesia coming for a lot of help from the US, not that we wouldn't help now, but it's a different world. I mean, Indonesia is performing at the moment much better than the US, and this has been the subject of a number of recent articles. It has rising exports, has a booming stock market, its inflation is doing better, meaning less severe than most places, and its economic performance, size, and resilience, and it's combined with this deftly balanced geopolitical positioning between the two shoals, puts it in a strong position to deal with the daunting challenges of presiding over the G20 in November, exerting its leadership for the most beneficial global outcomes, and continuing its growing international role as it chairs ASEAN in 2023. Of all these, the one that USINDO is continuing and contributing to is channeling expert non-governmental advice and proposals into the decisions that have to be made to strengthen global food security. Indonesia is in a great position to do this, as we discussed earlier this evening. Its rice economy is very significant, and rice plus other commodities like maize can be a substitute for wheat, which is obviously in short supply due to the Russia-Ukraine war. So we hope that Indonesia, not only because of its position of global leadership politically and economically right now, can do something about the food security issue globally with help from people who care about it deeply.
There are a lot of crises in the world. Ambassador Merrill cited the high level of growth. I would note that that's within the G20, that is second in the G20. It's despite the pandemic, Indonesia has not only survived, but thrived.
Not only is Indonesia thriving now, but this is a country that's going to continue to thrive for the next 20 or 30 years. It has a very young population. It's a country that is rapidly diversifying its economy. It has a very fast-growing digital economy and many, many startups. Many people are not aware of the thriving venture capital industry in Indonesia now, and the large number of companies that are valued at $50 million or more that double roughly every 2 years. Even through the pandemic and all of the other difficulties. So that's a very good sign of a thriving economy.
I'm pleased to report to you that the Indonesian economy has done very well. And equally important that the emerging and developing economies of ASEAN have clearly become the driver of the savior of the global economy. The economic rebound from the COVID-19 pandemic continues at a rapid pace in Indonesia. In fact, we have not only returned to the average pre-COVID GDP level around 5%, but since Q2 2022, our economy continued to gain momentum during the recent quarters of 2022, and we expect that year on year we can achieve around 5.2% in the economic growth. On the trade front, Indonesia recorded 29 consecutive months of trade surplus since May 2020, and the longest reported since the outbreak of 1997 East Asian crisis. We expect our total trade surplus to reach close to US $60 billion in 2022. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the recent pandemic has also further strengthened our conviction and resolution to continue for the ongoing economic infrastructure agenda and to pursue ambitious economic reforms. While the early push for infrastructure has focused on the more fundamental needs such as housing, power, transport, the current and future focus will expand to the area of sustainable development goals. The new era of infrastructure project will integrate closely our traditional infrastructure needs along with our effort to transitioning to the green economy and deepening the penetration of the digital economy. The new and ongoing project combines at least several, if not all, of the following objectives. One is on the clean energy. Second is equity and gender balance. The third is information and communication technology. The fourth is public health, and the fifth is food security.